everyone, it's Jacqueline Hill Bennett, your fellow alopecia princess. Thank you for tuning into my show again. I know I don't videotape often, and whenever you guys come to visit me on my channel, I truly appreciate it. You're my shining stars. You're the reason why I do this. I know that the alopecia community is small, and I want to do everything that I can to champion that community. We have to stick together because there's not a lot of people. A lot of us have never met another person in this world who has alopecia universalis, okay? And here I am to tell you we exist and we're living our lives. We're living our best life. We're doing it, and we're doing it on purpose. We're making very intentional decisions to live our lives on purpose, and I'm going to tell you how to do that. That's my purpose here, okay? 18 years ago, I met the man of my dreams, and 16 years ago, I married him. He loves me, bald-headed. I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost when I take this wig off. And he loves me anyway. He wakes up to me that way every single day. He goes to bed with me every night, and that's exactly how I look. And you know what? He waits patiently for me to get up in the morning and put my makeup on and put my hair on, and he walks very proudly down the street with Hot Jackie because I am doing this on purpose, okay? I'm gonna tell you how to do that, all right? The very first thing that I did when I made the decision to be happy was I stopped waiting for that miraculous day when life would get better, when I would start seeing things differently, when my self-confidence was up to par, when I loved myself enough. I stopped waiting for my hair to grow back. I stopped waiting for things to just change. Things won't change until you change them, okay? I had to be very, very, very purposeful about this. I wanted to live a good life, and I knew what it was to have a good life. And I was going to make it happen. And I'm going to tell you how I did that in this video. We all us women want to be loved. We all want someone in our life to share our special time with. We want someone to love on us. We want someone to spend time with us. We want all that, and we deserve it. And we're not going to sit here and wait for tomorrow to make that happen. Tomorrow, our hair may not grow back. I lost my hair when I was 12 years old. I started losing my hair at 11. By 12, I was completely bald, okay? So I had a lot of time to recognize that my hair likely would never grow back. So I had to stop waiting on that day to happen. If I wanted to live as good as my neighbors, then I had to be very intentional with my behaviors. So let's get right into this video. How did I go about meeting and marrying the man of my dreams, even though I was devastated with hair loss and I was a very messy-minded person because I thought that I was damaged goods because I had no hair. It's true, I felt that way, and to this very day, I still feel that way at times. But in this video, we're going to talk about how to get those feelings out of your space so you can live your best life. Okay, so what exactly did I do? First of all, I decided that I was going to use all of my feminine energy to get the man of my dreams, right? So I'm going to make sure that I'm fully made up every time I walk out the door. I'm going to do my nails. I'm going to wear jewelry. I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to stay fit. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I am as feminine as possible, because I do know that men like girls. And by that, they want girls who look like girls, okay? I'm not saying that you can't get a guy if you're overweight. I'm not saying that you can't get a guy if you have acne. Definitely not saying that you can't get a guy if you have alopecia, because at some point in my life, I've been all of those things, a little bit overweight, I've had a little acne, and I definitely have alopecia, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to be as ladylike as possible. This way, men can notice me, because men like girls, right? Most men, anyway, like girls. Straight guys, the ones that I want to be with, they like girls. So I'm going to be a girl, right? So I'm doing all those things to be a girl. The second thing that I did was I learned how to identify my insecurities and when they come out, okay? My insecurities probably account for 70% of my movement, okay? And that's only when I'm not paying attention. When I'm paying attention and I know when my insecurity is rearing its ugly head, that's when I'm like poking over here when I talk about my insecurity, right? Insecurity is another topic. Self-confidence is another topic altogether. And I will do that in another video. But just to surmise it for you, I think of my insecurity as a little devil on my shoulder. The little devil on my shoulder is extremely insecure, is scared to do everything, and she's an absolute bitch. She's an absolute bitch because she hates on people. She hates on ideas. She hates on the thought that you could actually go out there and win, right? Why would you think that you could do that? Go sit your funky ass down over there. You know you can't win that. You know you can't get that guy. You know you can't get that job. You know you can't get that degree. That's what my insecurity says. So I have to make sure that I hush that bitch. I can't put her anywhere because she's there. She lives there. She's a part of me. And you know what? My insecurity is also a little smart. She knows that some of the things that I'm insecure about are real. You know what I'm saying? It's true. I do have alopecia. I am bald-headed. I do look a little bit like Casper when I take my wig off. But, and my insecurity knows that. So she knows how to play into my head. But I have to tell myself, I have to tell that little bitch on my shoulder to mind her fucking business. Because I pardon my French. If you've been watching me, you already know that I curse a bit, right? I have to tell her to mind her damn business because she's in my way. So I have to be like, psh. She's going to come back. But right now, she's out of here, right? Okay, so I learned how to quiet my insecurities, all right? So that I would be able to go out there into the world and meet and marry the guy of my dreams, right? I needed to not be insecure because I know that there's a lot of guys who play on insecurities, right? So I would meet them. I would meet these guys who play on insecurities, and they're hoping that you're insecure so that they could, you know, use you for whatever they want. And unfortunately, men are not, okay, when I say men use women, it's true, men do use women. Women use women. People use one another for what they can get, right? It's just that as a lot of us are, because we are trying for that romance, we are more vulnerable to being used by men, all right? But men are very audacious. Men are extremely audacious. They know exactly what they want and they go for it. If they want some sex from you, they're going to come to you and they're going to try to swoon you. And you have to know how to kind of navigate your way, and you have to know how to recognize sex energy versus love energy. Because sometimes guys will come to you and, you know, they're being real charismatic and they're being real charming and they're being attentive, but you'll notice that it's short-lived. Like they're being attentive now, but then you don't hear from them again for a couple days, maybe even a week, right? That's like sex energy. That's like at the moment this guy is really, really into you, and then like he's not anymore until, I don't know, something else comes up and he's hot and horny again, right? Then he's back into you again. That's sex energy. A guy who's really into you will always be available to you, will always try his best to be around and to help you through any time, and will make sure that he calls you if he says he's gonna call you. You know what I'm saying? That's what guys do when they really want you. So anyway, I learned how to identify my insecurities, knock that bitch out the way, and also, I learned how to identify sex energy versus love energy, okay? Those were the first three things that I did. The fourth thing I did was, while I was identifying, you know, when my insecurities came out, I learned that I had to get out there into the world. I had to get out there and date. I had to meet new people, and I had to stop being shy about people knowing me or people looking at me and checking out my hairline. That's something that like I remember doing a lot before I learned how to identify my that little evil bitch on my shoulder. I was always worried that people were checking out my hairline, they were looking at my eyebrows to see if it was real, and they were looking at me and thinking, oh, that girl, something's wrong with her. She probably has cancer. She probably has, you know, what's going on? Why is she wearing that wig, you know? And I had to just say, okay, forget it. I don't care. I don't care if they're looking. I don't care if they're standing in front of me. I have their attention. So there's a reason why they're here, right? So I'm not going to try to do a big song and dance, no shook and jive to get this guy to like me even more. He's going to just have to like me for who I am, because when you're shooking and jiving, you're kind of looking like a jackass, right? So I told myself, don't make a fool of yourself trying to get a guy to like you, right? If he doesn't like you, if George Clooney over there is not paying you any mind, and Kevin Hart is over here giving you all the time in the world, you might want to just focus on Kevin Hart instead of George Clooney, just because he's here. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart is not such a bad catch. He's got money, right? He's not that bad looking. He's kind of funny and make you laugh. And I could see myself, like, you know, going to the bedroom with Kevin Hart. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, right? Anyway, so I learned how to focus my energy on only those people who wanted me back, right? Like, I'm not up for trying to get, you know, win some guy over. If he doesn't like me already, oh well. Nobody's checking for you like that guy who you're not paying any attention to. For some reason, there's always some guy who's always calling you, right? He's always calling you, he's texting you, and you're just like, oh, this guy's calling me again. He's such a bug, you know, he's calling you again. Is the guy educated? Is the guy fun? Do you like talking to him? Is the guy who's always calling you, is he somewhat attractive? Is he somewhat attractive, you know? Maybe you could give him a little attention, because that's the one who's going to treat you nice, all right? I literally learned how to completely take my attention away from a guy if he doesn't want me. Like, I don't care how hot he is. I don't care how attractive. I don't care how successful. I don't care, you know, I don't care about anything. If he's not into me, I can completely just close my eyes to him and focus on someone who does like me. I love attention. I love a guy who loves me. Like, why wouldn't I want to be with someone who just wants to be with me? Why would we go chasing after some guy? Like, why would we do that? That's for the guys to do. Let them chase us. If they're not chasing us, then stop running. What do you it's just like it doesn't make sense. Just learn to focus on those guys who want you, okay? So I did all those things, and I allowed myself to receive the love that they were trying to give. Like, I allowed myself. I met my husband. I met my husband 18 years ago. It's been 16 years since we've been married. Anyway, so I met him 18 years ago, and my best friend was like, oh, this guy, he really likes you, you know, this is who you should be with. And I liked him too. I thought he was good looking. He definitely was not my type at the time. I was more into kind of like the bad guy, because I was 23, 24. I was kind of into the tough guy, kind of into the super charismatic guy. And my husband is not tough and he's not super charismatic, but he's got everything else. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? When we go in that bedroom, he's super tough and he's ultra charismatic. But I would never know that if I didn't give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, that's how I met and married the guy of my dreams. I had to do all those things, and I will try to put them in a little list because I don't remember what I just said, but hopefully you will take the message that I just offered, and you will put yourself out there too. You will learn how to identify your insecurity, and you will quiet it. You will put yourself out there. You will meet people. You will learn how to identify sex energy versus love energy, and you will focus more on the guys who want you and less on the guys who don't. Like, just close your eyes to them. If they don't want you, it's fine. They don't have to. You know, you're not everybody's cup of tea. Some people really like peppermint tea, like love it, like need it every day, and other people think it's absolutely disgusting. And you know what? It is what it is. What, peppermint is going to change because everybody doesn't like it? No, peppermint is going to be peppermint, and whoever loves peppermint is going to go for the peppermint. And if you don't like it, oh well. Peppermint gets lots of love without your ass. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Talk to you again soon. Bye.